And welcome back to another episode of Cats Cut Podcast. As you can tell, we're all sitting here together for our first square tabled podcast.
Guess square table.
This is a rectangle, by the way, but
Rectangle.
we'll take it.
Okay, Dr. or Octopus. Anyways. But, been a great weekend for the Cats. Winning their first Super Regional and now heading to Omaha.
You almost said Super Bowl.
I about did.
It is their.
I mean, it is. Yeah, it is.
Well, our Super Bowl is winning the whole thing, I would say.
Yeah. And I mean, we got a chance to now.
We do.
We're going to Omaha.
And we got to play the NC State Wolfpack.
Mm.
Yummy.
Wolfpack.
Yummy.
So, yeah. All righty then. But we've all dug into all of our baseball knowledge over the past few weeks. We're here to let it all out.
Sounds good.
So I know Justin's been deep in his bag,
Deep diving.
on all these baseball stats.
The
So-
basketball
Had the
man going to
conversation.
baseball.
So let's just talk a little bit about Game 1 over there on Saturday. The Cats beating Oregon State 10-0.
Dude,
Beat down.
man, all I can say is it was an awesome game, dude.
It was an awesome game.
Justin,
What
did
stands
you
out
watch
the
the
most
game?
is-
Did you
A
watch
shutout, man.
Shut-
No, I actually did not watch the game because, quite frankly, I don't believe that I could get the game. So yeah, it's kind of one of those deals. So,
Gotcha.
but no, just I mean, between all the no runs allowed and all the strikeouts, I mean, what else can you say?
Yeah,
I'm not
I
a big
know.
baseball guy, but hey, I'm here
10-0
to.
looks good.
But 10-0 looks pretty good. Yeah.
It does. So Blake, I know you've been the connoisseur of all the baseball hits, strikeouts,
Oh, yeah.
ERA.
Everything.
Well, let's hear a little bit about it.
Besides the weather, I'm like Justin, the 10-0 victory. I mean, the weather looked pretty good. Mid-70s, partly cloudy. I mean, that sounds like something Cody would get outside in.
Oh,
But going back to something you said, I believe it was last episode, we were allowing a lot more runs, but it seemed like that's really, we've gotten control over that. And I
Yeah.
think that's good heading into the World Series. So
yeah. I mean,
hopefully they'll keep that up and keep the offensive power going on. So,
yeah. I mean, you had Trey Poser just throwing an absolute beautiful game. 7 innings, only allowed 1 hit, had 4 walks, but he also had 8 strikeouts. I mean, he faced 28 different batters, so dude had an absolute stellar performance.
And I think he clutched up there. I think maybe the 5th or 6th inning, he had bases loaded and didn't let his guard down and throw a strike right down the middle and end the inning, which kept the blowout going.
Yeah, I mean, when you have a guy who can, when he makes mistakes and can fix them, that's when you know you have a true ace.
Which he's been there. I'm pretty sure he's been there a while, hasn't he? He's got a lot of experience with the Wildcats.
Yeah, he's been a dog.
He's one of the fan favorites for sure, though. But
Yeah, and then you had Jackson Nove coming in late to close out the game. Get the last 2 innings.
I mean, we can talk about baseball a lot, which that's basically all I think going on right now. But
Nothing's going on.
there's a lot of good players that made a lot of big impacts there in the game, and it showed out. I think a lot of Kentucky fans got a little worried on the last game. We ended up cutting it a little close, but ended up taking Game 2, and now we're on the road to Omaha to play the Wolfpack.
Omaha. I just love saying that.
Omaha. Why can't that be like the basketball
Bush
thing?
said, "Take away the laptop from Blake."
No, made it Bush. I gotta have it.
He needs it. But yeah, I mean, just a great performance. Had a lot of hits in that game. Had 10 hits. Just allowed 1 error on defense for the Cats. But when you can get a 10-score, 10-run game, what a 10-score, 10-run, 10 hit. Sorry, it's just a stellar performance. And leading into that next game, they said, from what all the videos I saw on Twitter, they said that game was like a football game. Like they said the crowd was kind of like the Florida game.
Well, they broke the attendance record twice in both games, did they not? I'm
Yep.
pretty sure
They broke
like
that thing like 10 times.
7,000 maybe, which they added. I don't know if you all know this, but they had to add bleachers to the
Wow.
stadium.
It was
Yeah, because they didn't have enough.
It was
Sounds
during
like we have the
Tennessee-
best
yeah.
fan base in America.
I don't know if
Yeah.
whoever's watching knows what it
Yeah.
was.
Big Blue
before we
Nation.
broke it.
Showing out.
Big Blue
I'll-
Nation showing up.
I
Always.
don't know if anybody knows what the attendance record was before they added the stadium seats, but I think it was like 5,000 when they broke it this year, and then they just broke it by 2,000 more.
Yeah, it was close to 8,000.
So I mean, looks like they're going to have to add more seats for next season. I think
Yeah.
maybe.
And they said that the crowd was just electric for that last game on Sunday night. And it was a 9:00 game, sold out. People were going crazy. They played Grove Street after the game, the Kentucky national anthem. So, I mean, everybody's going nuts. I mean, they did that lap around the field. I mean, it's just it's a great time.
A fun team.
It is a fun team. Like, I mean, it's
Seen
the
the
first
pink
time.
hats they got.
Mhm.
Everything going crazy.
Yeah, they always do. I like watching the dugout. Have you guys seen the dugout videos?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, where they're sitting behind coach when the interview, and they're just doing a bunch of funny stuff just to trying to make him laugh, and he just does not laugh.
I seen where the
hilarious.
coach had challenged them to be a little bit weirder
Yeah.
because he said some of his better teams had.
Cody, you should go
Weirdness
try out.
about
I might go try it.
Coach
I, mean,
Big
I,
Pink
can,
Cat.
I can definitely get him to laugh. I'll get him to laugh.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good thing to have a
Um,
little weirdness on the team.
We got a good old question from a newly married man. And
Congrats.
Jonathan.
Congratulations, Big John.
Big John.
Congratulations.
Jonathan Wilson. We
He-
love you, man.
He asked if we were going to Omaha. I think Cody Green's going to have boots on the ground in Omaha. He's going to be.
His
T-minus 4
sister-in-law
hours.
posted that she had their family convinced to go, so maybe he's going and he just doesn't. know.
Wait, do we
Oh,
know?
we might have boots on the ground with
maybe,
Big John.
maybe, possibly.
Big
That's why I
John?
seen his sister-in-law post.
Oh,
But I
Where
don't
was
know.
my invite for one? I don't think I could go.
The real question is, do you know how to get to Omaha?
Omaha?
Where's
What is-
Omaha?
what is
Where's Omaha?
Buddy,
Sorry, guys.
Nebraska, Omaha, however you
Nebraska's
want
not
to
a real
say
state,
it.
bro.
Nebraska's not a real state.
No, I'm just kidding. I assume you just get in your car and you put
Drive.
your foot. If you have the push start, you got to put your foot on the brake. Do the push start. If you don't have the push start, you stick the key in the ignition and start the car. You put it in drive, and then you just go.
Sweet.
I assume all GPSs lead to Omaha now,
All
which
right.
all roads
Omaha?
lead to
Why are we all
Lexington.
saying Omaha now?
Omaha.
No,
All roads lead to
See,
Omaha.
when I-
Hey, does it matter? I mean,
it does matter.
the fact of the
'cause
Either
matter
way,
is
we're
we
going-
made it to
we're
the
going.
College World Series.
That's
That's all that
exactly
matters
what
at this
it is.
point.
Bell
All I know
County
is there is no one local airport like Knoxville, Lexington, nowhere flies into Omaha. You just have to get in your vehicle and
I
go.
hope
you
one
just
flies
got to
to
start
Omaha.
eating corn.
Pretty much.
To get
Yeah.
there.
Just follow the corn, man.
Yeah.
I wonder how far away
Follow the
we
corn.
are.
Cody's gonna map it real
I'm gonna,
quick.
show, I'm gonna see how far we
I
are.
did look this up the other night. So you have to go through St. Louis and Kansas City to get there. So
Yeah, we are 12 hours and 49 minutes away.
You got to
from
click
where
on
we
it because
are.
that's gonna take you the farthest route. Okay, that's the only route.
That's the only
If
route.
I'm
we're
gonna-
doing.
only
That's
way.
the
if I'm
only
going to be in
route
a
to do.
vehicle and drive 12, 13 hours, I have to go to a beach. I don't think I can go Midwest.
Hey,
that
Omaha
would be
is
You're
the
not a
beach.
diehard.
Hey, Omaha.
I mean, you know, that would be pretty tough. You got to admit, that's a pretty tough.
I think we can do it.
I've done.
I could do it. We could do it in one sitting.
we
Yeah.
could.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So
I mean, it's just 12 hours. No stops.
Just 12.
No
Uh,
stops.
Done checked. 800 for a plane ticket.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Well,
John's looking into going. Looky there.
yeah.
I'd rather spend gas money and be honest with you and just drive it.
Yeah, I mean, you
Be
could
a lot
drive.
cheaper.
You could drive it
Lot
probably.
cheaper.
especially if you
to
split
drive
it a
it.
couple ways.
Well,
anyways.
if I drove in my car, I mean, we could probably do it less than $200.
When's the game again?
10th?
Oh, I'm
I think
not,
no,
The 10?
no, not
It's
the
the
10th.
11th right now. We played yesterday, guys.
So they
Let
done
us
played
know.
yesterday.
Sorry,
That's
Let
weird.
us know how we did.
It's been a long day. Look that up real quick, Blake, since you got your laptop out. But yeah, another game, that Sunday game, though. We'll talk a little bit about that. I mean, great game. Stellar. Did you see the game-winning score? Have you saw the pictures
I
of
think we
that?
played.
June 15th, by
June
the way.
15th,
Sorry to
sorry.
interrupt you. It's on Saturday, June 15th. We play at, I think, 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
7 o'clock.
And
No, 2 p.m. 2 p.m.
2 p.m.
2 p.m.
then the next
When
game
is
that Monday
Saturday
we'll
at
play
2,
either
John said.
we'll play either Texas A&M or Florida that Monday.
John
I
has
think,
got the
afterwards.
details, man.
John
He's
is
here
a
telling us
connoisseur of
everything.
baseball. He knows ball.
John, do you know how many gas stations are between here and Omaha? Since you've done your research, please. let
Do
me
you
know.
got to go through Buc-ee's to get
If you
there?
do, I'm stopping.
At least
that.
3 of them.
Probably.
They're
I
opening
don't-
up a new Buc-ee's in Kentucky.
I
by
don't
the
think
way.
there's any
I don't know
Buc-ee's
where,
outside of Kentucky going like west, unless you go down into Texas and Oklahoma.
Are you limiting Buc-ee's?
I am, because that's just facts.
Just facts. Okay.
So
Okay. But digging back into that second game on Sunday,
Wow.
yeah, just phenomenal.
Amazing.
Did you guys see how they won like the
The
game
Pete
winning
Rose
score?
dive.
Dude, he swanton dived like just Superman that thing, man. I mean, just dove like midair
it was.
as a.
I mean,
It was
like
a pass ball.
he didn't. There was no reason for him to dive that far away. He could have made it, like sliding right at the plate. But
Well, no,
Wouldn't look
he
that good.
dove
As
from
good.
third
as-
well,
base.
if you watch the play, it's a pass ball. He's on second. He hightails it to third, and he doesn't stop. Like look like a man on a mission. Cuts from third, goes home, and you just see him jump. Because the pitcher, like, he doesn't think that he's going to do it. He thinks he's just taking third. So he just kind of lollygags, and then he sees him cut, and he starts running. No time to catch up. And I mean, just gets it.
it was exciting because that's about all I got to watch because I had to work that day. So it was about the
Oh,
only
hard working
thing-
man. You,
The
you're,
only thing that I got to
you're,
watch.
you were working at 9 p.m.?
I don't believe it.
I'm just messing with you, Coach.
No, I wasn't actually. I was asleep. No, but it was really cool. It's cool to see. Like it's kind of like when volleyball won the national championship a couple years ago. I think that was really cool for the state to see because we really don't win national championships unless it's basketball, and we've not done that in a long time. Thanks, John. But I feel like we always get this every so often where we're some program. Like I know we're always good, and like when it comes to track and field, we're always really good.
Bush with the insight, 786 gas stations.
786 gas stations. Wow, gosh.
And
We
you
don't
would
have to
still
start
find,
it
and you
all.
would still find a way to run out of gas, right?
I would.
Cody
I am the
Blake
best
would.
at it.
Blake
I am
No,
the
not
best
really.
at it.
The only time I ran out of gas was the gas
push
stand
it?
was not working. Not working.
Good story.
And my dad forgot to tell me he didn't fill it up.
Was that your
I
dad?
thought we had
I
more
don't
gas.
think that's your dad's car. I think it was your car.
No,
Oh,
not
he
at
said
the
he
time.
lied.
Not at the time.
He lied to us.
Everybody's
Giving us
car.
false information. Shoot.
Bush, come on, dude. We don't pay you for no reason. I'm just joking.
For no
But I think it's cool to have something else besides because I feel like the whole state kind of focuses on football and basketball way too much, just a little bit. But it's cool to see another program
Excel.
having success like they are to make it that far, and hopefully they go all the way and win the College World Series. But it's going to
Set
be
a program record in wins on Sunday.
Yeah.
night.
yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Craziness of getting a College World Series berth. We got our
That, Blake, how'd you know
top
that?
program win. I looked it up.
Okay, is on.
I did my homework,
That's
Cody.
good. That's
he,
good.
he got he dove
And we
into
probably
it.
would have already passed that record if some of our non-conference games hadn't got rained out.
That's true.
Yeah.
Louisville, Xavier, and Wright State.
We
So,
don't know why he's on the podcast, guys. We just
He's a basketball connoisseur.
We wanted him on.
I like that word today.
I'm just joking.
Connoisseur.
Sounds fancy.
It is a fancy word. Kind of sounds like croissant. But yeah, I mean, going to Omaha, it's huge for the program. Imagine, with the hype behind Mark Pope in basketball, program's looking like it's going to get a new facelift to it.
Mm.
Baseball going deep in the playoffs. Football's looking like it might have one of the best defenses in school history.
It's possible.
I mean, Kentucky might be on the rise for the best school in the nation in all sports.
I
Like all
like it.
around.
I like it. That
It's
is
possible.
legit.
I kind of like the. I mean, you look at the way that Alabama is. Well, now they're dominating in basketball a little bit. Now they're starting to get to where
Yeah.
they're doing really good, and obviously they've dominated college football for a long time now. But it's going to be. There's a lot of tough schools, but I mean, when you
What's
look
his
at,
name,
when you
Bush?
look at all of it, you could say we would have the best programs or sports wise in the country.
You're right. Yeah, Bush made a comment. He said, Blake, I met your brother last week. Talking about Jake when he stepped in clutch. Jake was clutch
My
last
brother.
week
Yeah.
on
Jake
the dime.
was
We called him
awesome.
like 3 minutes before the pod. He was on.
Yeah,
Very
that was
big.
awesome. Go check that out if you guys didn't do it. It's on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and Spotify. And Apple Podcasts. If you guys haven't listened to that, go give us a like on there and follow.
Yep. Search up Cats Cut, and Cats Cut Podcast, and we should
Yep, there
pop up first thing.
There you go.
So,
We did it today, so we know it works.
so do you guys have any other thoughts on the baseball program? I know you guys had some. Fun
Do you
talking.
think there is a chance that Kentucky will end up meeting Tennessee in these playoffs?
God, I hope not.
Man.
I hope not.
How do you like our draw though? Who's on our side?
I've not
A&M,
seen who's
Florida,
on our side.
and
Well, I
NC
mean, the
State.
SEC
Right.
teams. I mean, there was a lot. It's basically when you look at
And we
it,
beat
it's that-
Florida earlier in the year.
when you look at Omaha and the College World Series, who's in it? It's SEC versus ACC.
ACC.
That's
Pretty
all
much,
it is.
yeah.
So I mean, which I know Tennessee, they've got Florida State. I'm pretty sure we've got NC State, and I can't remember who else made it. I know North Carolina made it. I think Virginia ended up making it to the series, but Blake.
Blake looked up Cats Cut. It's different cuts of cats, like haircuts.
It's not us. Actually,
Kind of looks like you.
that's me. There's Cody, Justin, Christian.
Yeah.
No, but I don't know. I mean, we already seen what happened when we played Tennessee there at the beginning, or not the beginning of the year, but middle of the season. There I think we won the first game and then just dropped the last two.
So here's how the tournament goes. It's game 1, North Carolina versus Virginia. Game 2 is Tennessee versus Florida State. And then they have a game 5 scheduled for Saturday at 1. And then Kentucky versus NC State. Game 3. Game 4 is Texas A&M versus Florida. And then game 7. I guess they're doing like the losers of
Yeah.
those games.
yeah, there's a losers bracket to that.
So-
So
We wouldn't. The only way we would play Tennessee is
probably
in the national championship.
Yeah.
which is really good actually.
Yeah.
So who's on our side? Is it
So we
Mississippi
got-
State?
We got Texas A&M, Florida, NC State.
A&M and Florida got to play each other. That's interesting.
Yeah, that'll be a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a big asterisk next to their name.
So that's
And we'll
That's the
play
home
one of
team.
those
I
teams
don't
come
know.
Monday.
I mean, when you look at it, I guess it's kind of in our favor a little bit. I don't know how well NC State is, but I mean,
They're
we've
unbelievable.
watched. I've watched.
They're in the World Series
well,
for
I
a
mean, I'm
reason.
saying like compared to us, if they're a lot better than us, or if they're
I think they were ranked 10th overall, weren't they?
okay.
I'm pretty sure. I think Tennessee was number 1 overall, and Kentucky was number 2.
Which I mean, Tennessee
Seven of eight
they dropped
teams
the
are
game
top
to
16 teams.
Evansville last
Yeah.
series. So, I mean, Tennessee doesn't look like a powerhouse. If that makes any sense, they don't look like. I mean, it's anybody's game. It's like
Yeah.
March Madness or the.
Yeah.
The-
Baseball is one of those things that, like, any given night, anybody can lose. So, I mean,
it doesn't matter. It matters who's pitching. I think if you're like who's pitching. I think so. Obviously,
Yeah. In the past few games, Kentucky's been dialing in pitching wise. I mean, only 2 runs in the last series total.
yeah,
it's
it's pretty
impressive.
tough.
Scored
man.
13, only allowed 2. So, I mean, they're starting to dial in quite a bit. So, I mean, if they can keep that going forward, what was that face for, Cody?
Sorry.
We've
I dropped
dominated.
Domination. Hop them up real quick for me, Blake.
Can you
We're
can
5-0.
you stand up and just give me a big yell? Like I want to see how your hypeness for the baseball team this week coming up.
Me?
Yes, I want to see it. Like we always ask me to do it, but I want to see you.
Because
do it.
you're the hot man.
Be the what?
You're the hot man.
I'm not the hot man. You got to be the hot man for
That's
this
all- that's
episode.
all.
We're changing it up. Justin's gonna be a hot man one episode.
Justin, you go first. Go ahead.
Woo!
That's
good?
That's all you had to do.
Go Cats! There we go.
Heck yeah.
We
Do I gotta
don't
go?
do it 'cause- no, we
We're
You guys got
professional.
it.
Yeah,
Y'all
we
are
do it all.
professionals.
All business.
But so are we done talking about baseball? But
No, we're going to talk about it
No,
all
we're
night
going to keep
long.
going, man.
yeah, I mean, you got to talk a bit,
That's
about,
true.
a little
That's
bit about
true.
the speech after the game. I know Justin.
Oh yeah,
Coach Nick.
yeah,
Yeah,
That's
man.
yeah.
It pumped me up, man, because he was talking about, how he was struggling there. I guess that was 2022 as a coach and things, and he just got tired of fighting the fight. He said his whole focus was on making it to the World Series, but all this stress and struggle, he just decided to kind of just surrender everything to the Lord in the process. So. So I mean, I thought that was pretty humbling, pretty awesome when he shared that. What was you laughing about there?
So Bush said, "You're a woo." Sounds like a bird call.
Hey, I hate birds. I just hate
What
birds.
do you have
Larry Bird,
against
what Larry Bird
birds?
do?
What did Larry
Hey,
Bird
did you
do
know
to
Larry
you?
Bird? I was seeing a video. No, listen, speaking of Larry Bird, no, y'all, since look, squirrel, okay, since you're on that trail there, did you know he was recruited by Kentucky and then Kentucky
we
just
stopped?
then
Yeah.
we just stopped recruiting him?
I'll tell you another
blame
guy that
John
was
Kelly.
And
like
if we
that.
would, could you imagine like having Larry Bird went to UK? I mean, best player, no doubt, all time.
I'll
Would have
tell
been
you another
coming
guy that
grace
was
through
like
our
that, and
doors.
Blake will really like this one. But
Who do you?
Drew Brees was recruited by Kentucky and then
Wow.
didn't end up coming because we quit recruiting him. And he
Unbelievable.
and he even come out and said he was going to come to Kentucky. And
We
then
lost out on two.
We
good
got to
ones.
stop quitting, guys.
Oh, we got
Coaches,
Marky
coaches,
too now.
Cephas.
Yeah, we got the marks.
We got the
Yeah,
marks.
they
We're
don't
good.
quit.
We
I
got the
don't think
marks.
there's
We're leaving
any
a mark.
quitting.
On
We're
destiny.
Literally,
a little.
they'll leave their mark on the program.
What's
on the
that?
School.
What's that? Reeks of
I just think
Huh?
I think Mark Pope's hire just has the stench of destiny about it.
yeah.
That's good. I think you should make
Oh.
a shirt.
Stench
Pope,
of
the
destiny.
I mean,
stench of destiny.
It reeks of destiny.
I love it.
Absolutely.
I like it.
So does
Go.
this baseball team, Cody? It just looks like they were born for this.
Yeah.
Honestly, like the hype is there, the momentum's there for Kentucky. I mean, if they can continue to carry that, because I mean, in all sports, you see these runs of these teams that shouldn't be there, and then it eventually fades. But every once in a great while, it'll continue on, and it actually you end up hoisting the trophy.
Mhm.
So we'll see. I
Red
mean,
hot.
Yeah, and pressure can either create diamonds or it can bust pops.
We love pressure.
So we'll see how it goes.
Unless it busts pops, then we don't like that at all.
What's
That's a
up, brother?
disaster.
Pressure makes diamonds, and
What are you doing?
Sounds good.
Said pressure makes
Depends what you're
diamonds.
made of.
That's good.
No,
Is it not?
pressure makes diamonds or it can bust pops.
No.
yeah, pressure makes diamonds, and we love pressure.
Yeah, that's Sketch. That's the same guy that does Check Tuesday.
I know who Sketch is, bro.
Yeah,
You
same.
want to fight about it? No, I'm kidding. You take me.
Can
Somebody
Cody
knows.
pronounce?
Can I pronounce what?
Oh, let's find some names for Cody to pronounce.
Ryan. What's his name, Cody?
We're at here.
Fine.
There's a lot of Ryans. Hold on.
Our infielder.
I don't see a Ryan on here.
Right here.
Oh, Nicholson.
No.
No, right here.
Oh. Oh, Hagnow.
Good job.
What?
That's how you
Hagnow?
say it.
Hagnow?
Ryan Hagnow. What is
What are you
mine?
looking at?
I'm looking at the one Christian just showed me.
No, man. That's not the one I'm talking about. No. Up top.
Up top.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Waldschmidt.
Just want to hear Cody to say.
Washing it.
Washing it.
Not Wall.
Crittenberger has the best name of them all, though. I
Yeah,
think.
Ty Crittenberger.
I like Crittenberger. What do you like, Justin?
I think you should get his jersey.
I like it too.
Support him. NIL.
Is Mitchell Daly kin to John Daly?
Mm.
Do we know that?
Is Robert
That
Hogan
his
related to
nephew?
Hulk Hogan?
Is Nolan McCarthy?
Cameron
related to-
O'Brien. Is he kin to Brian O'Brien?
Yeah.
They don't know who Brian O'Brien is. We love you, Brian. We love you.
Everybody tune in to the big one, 106.3.
So why would
yeah,
they do
for
it?
sure. Because it's a
thought
great
that-
radio station.
No, it is a great radio station.
Yeah.
We support 106.3.
Yeah.
The big one.
Two of your own call football games for them.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's
That's
true.
right.
We do sometimes.
Well,
Christian does all the time. I don't. I do sometimes.
yeah, maybe in the future, Cody will be calling some games.
Possibly.
So
So if you love my voice enough, just go listen to me call football games on
Hello,
Friday night,
voice,
whatever.
Cody. So Cody, you've actually wrote down all of the players for the Mark Pope Cats.
Oh,
They've released all the numbers for all the new
Got it.
players. So let's hear them, Cody.
so we got 00. Now I don't think nobody's wore 00 since what? Since who? Anybody know who wore 00 last for the
Tony
Cats?
Delk had it, but
Tony
I
Delk
wasn't
had it. There
alive.
was I think there's a recent player. that
Was it
had-
Lance Ware?
No,
Or
he
Lance?
he
Was it?
wore
Zero.
He wore 10. Wear 10.
I thought he was it. We're
Look
looking
it
it up.
Now there was.
Look it
I'm
up.
pretty sure there was a guy that played in the 2015 team that wore 00. If I'm not mistaken, I'm gonna see if you all can figure that without looking
Oh,
it
he's
up.
55. I was way
I'm
off.
not.
I knew it was a
Way
double
off.
number.
Did Travis Reed wear 00
Reed Travis.
or Reed
He
Travis?
wore-
I
I
mean,
think he wore 22, didn't
did
he?
he?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did he?
I'm trying to. I'll be honest
we
with you.
just
I told
coming
you
up
all
with stuff
if I
here?
knew his name, but I can't even think of it now. because I just looked at it today. But while they're doing that, Otega away.
Away.
He is
Away.
chosen to wear 00 this year for the Cats. Number 1, Lamont Butler. Number 2,
Butler.
Jackson Robinson.
Marcus
Number
Lee.
4, Kobe Brea. Number 5, Colin Chandler. Number 7, Andrew Carr. Number 9, Trent Noah. Number 10, Brandon Garrison. Number 11, Travis Perry. Number 15, Ansley Amonor.
Yep.
And then number 21, Amari Williams. And then Chris hasn't picked a number out, but I think everybody's assuming he's going to wear number 77 because of Luka is what I take it. So do what?
Yeah, Colin Chandler's number 5.
Yeah, I called everybody.
I called everybody.
But
Come on.
you know, us guys
Speak
being
up.
in the same area as Reed Shepherd, we're going to talk about him. I know everybody's a little upset with him right now, but how do you all feel about number?
What are you talking about?
Reed Shepherd?
Yeah,
How can you be mad at
I'm
Reed?
I'm just saying that he left. Everybody wanted him to come back.
I mean,
and play another
I'm not.
year.
We're not
I'm not
upset
mad.
with him.
Upset with
I'm
him.
cheering him on.
Yeah, I mean, we want
it
him to
would've been
succeed.
nice, but
I mean,
I
if-
seen
if he'd
some-
have stayed one more year, he'd have got a statue built of him. But
Yeah.
at the same time, like
But we
you
still
can't have a
love
go.
you.
That
We
love
love
of
you.
money, right, Cody?
Wait, that's true. We still love you, Reed. But I seen a lot of people they were a little mad that number 15.
He is. He's a one and done.
That everybody's a little mad that number 15 got taken so early. Got taken
Well,
from
they're not
Reed.
going to retire it.
Oh, I know.
Who's
but I
number
think
15
I
again?
think a lot of people in Kentucky were like, "Why are we not retiring Reed's jersey?" I'm like,
What
he
did
didn't win
do?
any.
He didn't
That's what I'm
do
saying. What did he
anything.
do?
Like, I mean, if you're going to retire numbers, I mean,
You got to do something.
like
You got to stay
Anthony
a couple
Davis,
more years and win a championship. You can't just
gotta
go
win
off
games.
in the NBA.
like guys like Anthony Davis. Like, I mean, in
No,
just
I'm
recent
not- no,
history,
we
I'd
can't
say
blame the winning games on Reed. That
No,
was
no,
kinda-
No,
that's
no,
what
that's
we're
it's a
doing.
team winning.
Well, I was
winning.
gonna blame it on
loses
Cal,
to-
but
Well, I mean, yeah, he's at fault too.
yeah, I mean, but like, I mean, if you're going to retire a number, I mean, especially in college basketball, that's kind of hard.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, you got different guys coming in every year.
You got to be like Michael Jordan, like Shaquille O'Neal, Justin Helton. You got to be like all these
Like
guys. that have
prestigious
done-
basketball players.
prestigious. That's done something.
I mean, I'm not
you know?
win a
like-
ring.
Right.
I mean, I'm not
Charles
like
Jordan.
upset that the fact that he left. It's just that the way that he had talked before he came to Kentucky and all this stuff, like that, he acted like he was going to stay and win a championship
Yeah, but when you have
and be a
that,
legacy player like his dad.
well, when you have the opportunity to go like top 5 in the draft,
Maybe I'm different. I would have stayed.
So you,
That's why
we're here talking about Reed Shepherd.
I'm getting ready to leave.
I know.
What would you guys have done if you were Reed? Would you
I
went
would
to the
stay.
I would have took
If
the
I
money.
was Reed and Reed was me, we would be in opposite bodies, and he'd probably be on this podcast talking to you guys right now about me going into the NBA draft.
That's true.
facts?
Kick Cody off.
Facts.
Thank you, Jill. Man, everybody hating on me. I can't.
We're not hating on you. We're just like,
Bush.
well, I've not really saw the hatred toward, like, everybody's like excited for Reed to go on.
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
everybody
I-
would have taken him back for sure.
Yeah.
But you can't blame him with
Maybe
what
I'm
he
the
had.
one That's
So Cody classified Reed hater. So
yeah. I
That's-
should have named me that on
Yeah.
here.
Reed hater.
I still
Uh,
love you though, Reed. It's okay.
Yeah,
I
for
forgive
sure.
you.
Oh, I need to get the call line pulled up, boys.
Yeah. What's that's your job, man?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, I know.
We're just here to talk.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
I do hate Reed never won a single postseason game though.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cal.
That Texas A&M game. was
How about we
horrible.
just not talk about it?
I
Because I'm
know,
gonna get
it's not.
mad. if we keep talking about it. Because I was there and
I-
witnessed.
I
it.
was
I would
fine.
be really mad.
I know.
Me and Blake spent all that money to go watch you, John Calipari. I hope you watch this one day. We spent all that money to go watch you, and you wanted to get beat by who? Texas A&M?
Buzz Williams in his vest.
Really? Really, Cal? Come on. Worst money I've ever spent.
It was depressing. It was depressing.
But it was also cool to be there. I will be honest, it was cool to be there.
That
for
is
the
how I
first time.
felt when we went up to there a couple years ago. Went up to the CBS Classic, Madison Square Garden, and we lost to UCLA. Yeah,
Mm.
that was made that flight, spent all that money because it was cheaper to set and go to a game at Madison Square Garden than it was to go to Rupp.
Really?
Yes, it was.
Dang.
which Kentucky is back in the
pizza while
CBS
you were
Classic
there?
this year. Do what?
Did you eat pizza while you were there?
I think so. Yeah.
You
But
think?
I mean, it sucks that we lose. But like, I'd never been to the ACC championship before, so kind of being in that atmosphere was absolutely amazing. Like
It was
during the
cool.
Kentucky game, you wouldn't have recognized. Like you could have been.
It was
and
rough.
You wouldn't have known. Like there were so many Kentucky fans. Like Texas A&M had their little like fan area behind their bench, and it was like 5 rows of A&M fans, but everybody else was Kentucky.
Cody, would you do this for me if you just love the Cats? Just right across your forehead.
You look like Simba right now, bro.
No.
Look
What's wrong with my? What's wrong?
here, bro. You're good.
I'm so confused.
Look at yourself on the phone. But
Cody's new name is Simba.
yeah, Simba Green.
Green jeans.
Green jeans. But yeah, I mean, what were we talking about? Kentucky basketball.
We were.
SEC tournament.
SEC tournament,
Horrible
yeah.
loss. Reed and
Well,
how it sucks he's going.
We-
but
we
we can't
do-
blame him.
Did you all see we are back in the CBS Sports Classic and we play Ohio State?
Yes,
Yep.
I did see that.
So
Yep.
What?
not on the live. On your camera.
Oh.
Do we still have the Duke game? I feel like we talked
I'm
about
pretty
that.
sure
I'm
we got the
excited
Duke
for that.
game. Yeah, that'll be a good game.
Hope we dog
Oh my
stomp them.
I don't know, but you look like Simba.
Oh, guys, I work in a meat department. I do it I cut myself on my
He's the assistant manager.
Decided to rub it on my face there. I guess I did look like Simba there. Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
I don't think anybody noticed it anyways.
I did.
Speaking of Reed, he was named the best shooter in the draft today.
Mm.
I seen that. And
Yeah.
Rob, best ball handler.
How do you
So,
guys, I know this is kind of it's not about Kentucky, but
Go
where do
Cats.
you think that Bronny James lands? I know there's a lot of talk about him.
I know where he's gonna land.
and that's not
Cleveland. He's a
I've seen a lot
Cav.
of Lakers.
He's not. No, I'm telling you. Here's what's happening. The Lakers are gonna hire JJ Redick. LeBron's not gonna want to play for. Well, I mean, it'd be cool to kind of play for your friend, but he doesn't want to have to the GM doesn't want to have to fire his friend. Kind of like how Larry Bird didn't want to fire Kevin McHale a few years ago when he was the president or the GM. He didn't want to fire him as a coach. So I think they're going to hire JJ Redick. LeBron's going to mosey on down back home to Cleveland. The Cavs are going to draft Bronny James in the second round. And speaking of, go ahead.
no, that's a good story, but I don't know. I think LeBron will retire Laker.
I think it's a Cav, man. He's going to come back because I mean, look at that squad. Because it keeps coming out that they're not going to trade Garland. They're not going to trade Donovan Mitchell. They're not going to trade Jared Allen. So I mean, really, that lineup's only missing a small forward. So you throw LeBron in that mix. That's a stout starting five. It's going to be hard to stop. And why not come back, ride it out with your hometown team, and then you can just go live in LA after that. I mean, put the jersey on one more time, do your farewell tour like Kobe did, and then ride off into the sunset.
Now, on the subject of the NBA, how do you guys feel about Dan Hurley? Are you surprised that Dan Hurley didn't take the Lakers job, or are
No.
you not? Are you not surprised?
I'm
Not
not
surprised.
I'm not
either.
surprised to be.
I'm not surprised either.
I mean,
Yeah.
why would you want to coach in that type of environment?
Yeah.
I mean, that's me.
I
Like,
think
why
he's a
would you
college coach too.
I mean, if he turned down Kentucky, then he's surely going to turn
I
down
think
Los
the
Angeles.
Lakers offered him the same amount of money, did they not?
They offered him a little bit
A
more.
little bit more.
I seen where they offered him
It was $100 million.
70 million.
Yeah,
It
thought
was
it was
double
100
what
million.
his current contract.
It was like 6 or 7 years for 70 million. I think Kentucky offered him like a 10-year, 100 million or something like that. It was a crazy contract.
I thought it was
Um,
like 12 or 13 million a year.
something like that. It might have been like incentive based, kind of like how Pope's is. But I just don't see Hurley going out west.
I think if he jumps in the NBA, it's going to be like New
Knicks.
York,
Yeah,
like Knicks,
76ers.
Brooklyn Nets, something like that.
Yeah.
It'd be something, up there, New
Yeah.
England States.
I
Yeah.
don't know, but I think a lot of it's his wife, isn't it? His wife.
Yeah,
not
that's
wanting
what
to go to
I've
New Jersey.
seen earlier today. Was
His
he just
wife's a
likes
big
to-
part of being where she lives, where she's grown up. I guess that where she's grown up in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
He's happy where he's
Yeah.
at. Where he's
Mm,
at.
But going back to talking about Reed and the possibility of him and Rob being like top 5, do you know how many players Kentucky's had in the last 15 years that have went top 5?
John Wall,
Anthony Davis.
Was Cousins top 5?
Yes.
He's
That's
top
what I
five.
say Cousins was.
Anthony Davis.
Davis.
Davis. Where did Knight fall?
He,
He was
was
outside.
Yeah,
Outside.
he was top 10 though.
Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
Number 2. Yep.
Of course, you had Carl Anthony Towns.
Mhm.
Yep. I think you had De'Aaron Fox top 5, was he not?
Mhm.
I think him and Monk was, wasn't
Monk won.
they? Monk
Mhm.
won.
So there's been 7.
I think that's it. Isn't it? That just tells you how down Cal got there for a little while. After Towns, man.
You're bitter with
What
Coach
a
Cal.
bum.
You're bitter with Reed.
What a
You're just bitter
bum.
with everybody.
Yeah, he's bitter.
Do we need to talk about this?
Yeah, I'm depressed. No, I'm just joking. I'm not.
Cody, actually, Reed announced the Reed Shepherd Fantasy Experience. at
Oh,
Rutherford.
thanks for letting me know, man. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
get tickets to go to that. Show Reed how to play a little basketball.
Oh,
I'm just joking.
So you had De'Aaron Fox.
he used to play pickup with us.
Carl Towns.
You can say that, I guess.
Huh.
Anthony
Yeah,
Davis.
yeah.
Kid Gilchrist. Enos Cantor.
Sorry, guys, we're looking at this
Wow.
right now. Enos Freedom, dang it! Why
Freedom,
did you-
Freedom. Sorry.
Come on.
He was Cantor when he played for Kentucky.
He was like 15
or sat
different
on the
last
bench.
He
for
never got
Kentucky.
to play.
Cantor.
Yeah, he sat at the on the bench.
He's been 15 different last names since Cantor for the last 2 years. Keeps changing it.
Who do you think the last top 5 player was before
Probably,
John Wall?
probably Rondo, right? Maybe
No.
Rondo.
No.
What? Maybe Delk. Ray Tony Delk.
Where did Prince?
Oh my God, Sam Bowie.
Nope.
Some Sam
no,
Bowie.
that was in the 80s. I said like before, like the last one before.
Oh yeah, okay. that's
Before-
right. I didn't know if
Would
there ever
Jamal
been one after
McGlure
Sam
been
Bowie.
up there?
Who?
Jamal McGlure. Would he been up there?
He was 19.
Who would it be?
Jamal Mashburn.
I was close.
Yep.
That's right.
1993.
Yep, I wasn't
Dallas
born yet.
Mavericks.
Yep, I wasn't born yet.
Me either.
No, besides Justin, nobody else here was born.
Where you
Sorry.
born?
Oh man, I'm an old man. I was born in '88.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Oh man.
so how was life before electricity?
Shut up.
Ryan.
That was live before
Enough of this mess.
I'm done.
Well, are you guys ruling out PJ Washington getting a ring?
No.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Well,
Look.
Porzingis is day to day.
That's it.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna say that Boston probably sweeps them just because,
Sweet.
dude, Luka out there, it looks like he's just so tired and
Well,
they
it's not
playing
even-
like he's.
Luka's still balling, but it's
not.
Kyrie has not hit a 3 yet. I think when he gets back in Dallas, they're gonna start balling a little bit better.
I think they'll
I
get
mean,
into
I
a
hope
rhythm.
so. I just don't
Do
see
you
it.
agree that Luca looks like someone you've played against in men's league?
Absolutely, 1000%. Just probably 6 inches shorter, but
Yeah.
yes,
100%.
yeah,
That's what I
absolutely.
think.
But
We played against him in Pineville.
yeah, I did. I initially
dropping.
had Mavericks winning in 6, but I don't. I don't think Boston's going to sweep them, but I
Celtics in
don't
6.
see Mavs winning 4 of the next 5 games. I don't think I can see that.
Boston's just way too dominant right now. Everybody's
Well, they're
playing
just
way too
deep.
good.
Like,
It's
exactly.
Porzingis though. It's having that threat of Porzingis out there. He's like locking down the paint, and like even if you're standing 8 feet away from him, I mean he's closing out like quick.
Yeah.
So and he's just
But Drew Holiday has gave them fits. Like
He's a
he's gave
dog.
Kyrie fits on the
well,
defensive
he's
end.
probably the best
Defensive
defensive
guard we've seen in a while.
probably since Gary Payton.
Yeah.
Yeah. But of course, last game he had like 26 points, something like that.
He's a
Which
dog.
Tatum was drawing a lot of the defense, and then he was, freeing him up, dishing it to him. But
I just don't get why the Bucks traded him for Dame. Like I thought that was a bad trade.
that was for star power. I mean, that,
Exactly.
that,
I
that was
thought
just for star power
if
for
you could
money.
have kept Drew Holiday with Dame, that would have been a killer. Like I mean, we're probably
Killer
talking.
backcourt. Yeah,
About the
that's
Bucks.
true.
We're probably talking about the Bucks. Well, also if they're staying healthy, I mean, Boston kind of had a. I'm not gonna say a cupcake way to the finals.
They had a cupcake way to the finals.
They had a-
They
had a
cupcake
easier
way to
way.
the finals.
Because I mean,
They did.
Giannis going down, Dame going down, Donovan Mitchell sitting out half the series, Jared Allen. I'm not saying the
Yeah.
Cavs would have beat them, or that. Well, I mean, even going back to Miami, I mean, they didn't have Jimmy Butler, Bam sat out a game. Tyler Hero was
Jimmy Butler's that team, by the way. I'm just saying. If
AC
they don't have
culture.
Jimmy Butler on that court, they're probably not going to be close in the game.
Yeah, I mean Tyler Hero
He's
was
4 and 40
giving all he
points a game.
could, but
And who did Milwaukee get beat by? Who was it? Indiana.
Yeah.
Indiana. And that's because Giannis sat out every game, I'm pretty sure, because he got hurt, didn't he? Or did he sit out like 3?
I think he sat out a
Indiana
few.
wouldn't have stood a chance against them if
No.
the Bucks were healthy.
No.
But but now I would say I'm going to go like Boston. I'd say Boston will probably win in 6, if not 7. I don't think it's going to be a sweep though. I think
No.
I think Mavs will get
There's too much
rejuvenated at
money
home.
to be made.
That's true too.
Too much money to be made.
That's true
It's
too.
rigged.
It's
So
always
if
rigged.
Boston wins it, will they be the all-time leader in NBA championship?
Yes.
Yeah, they'll pass
Makes-
the Lakers. Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Lakers tied them in 20, didn't they?
Correct.
Yeah.
Mhm. And I think
All can see it.
I think the Cavs are just a few behind the Lakers.
Yeah, the Hornets
Just a
are
couple.
right there.
How many of y'all need to win in a row to catch them? Nothing.
16. That's
Easy.
nothing. I mean, LeBron's coming
Easy
back,
feat.
so I mean, he can do that.
50-year-old LeBron. Here we go.
65.
He'll be winning a championship for Cleveland at 58 years old.
Yeah, I mean, he probably will be.
I heard Tom Brady's wanting to come back.
All
Go
right,
Brady. There we go.
No, don't go Brady. Don't go. Don't go
PB12,
Brady.
Cody's favorite
So,
player.
boys, I have a little. Let me find it back. I had a trivia. Let me find it again.
Hey, while he's doing that, guys, call the number on the screen that you're watching here. We'd like to talk to you all. I don't know if anybody's going to call, but you know, we'd still like to have any questions you got. Even type in the comments, so we'll answer your questions. Anything. Call or text us.
859-428-7259. Give us a call.
And go share it and tell other people to watch it. We like a big audience, obviously. So,
Yeah.
For every person that shares this video,
we're not giving you nothing. Don't even listen. To it. We're not giving you a thing. We can't. We're
Cody,
broke.
that's
okay?
not what Cody told me before the show.
That's
He was
okay.
wanting to give $100 gift cards out. That's what Cody said.
Oh, really?
From his
Cody-
bank
for-
account.
Pack
Cody
perks,
Cody
pack
was going to
perks.
sponsor a $100 Visa card to everyone that shares
Yeah,
it.
this is getting cut
So-
out.
His phone number, if you want to share this, you can call Cody. I'll put it in the comments later. Come back and watch.
Okay, so I got it pulled up. The first question: what arena do the Kentucky Wildcats call their basketball home court?
Shemachi Center.
What is that?
It's
Easily.
it's one of the options.
I know, but what is that? Is that a place? I think FedEx Forum. Isn't it? That's
So
Memphis,
the
isn't it?
answers are Rupp Arena, that center, FedEx Forum, RCA
Blake, we got-
Dome. Who wants to take it? Justin, you got the first question. What is it?
Is he looking it up? Are you looking it
Is
up?
this a trick question?
No, it's what is their home court called?
Well, that's right, but
Yeah.
I didn't know if it's a trick. Now FedEx Forum, that's Memphis
Yeah,
Grizzlies
that's
where
what I
they
was about to say.
play
That's
in it.
Grizzlies,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I thought you was trying to trick me.
The
didn't know it was
Kentucky
be that easy.
Wildcats called March 19th, 1989, Kentucky's shame when who resigned? Is it Don Haskins, Eddie Sutton, Sean Woods, Richie Farmer?
I think that's a Justin question.
I'm
We
gonna.
were
Can I
born.
take it? Go
Yeah,
ahead
you got
on
it, Blake. It's yours.
I'm going to say Eddie Sutton. I'm just going to
Okay,
take it.
Blake's got Eddie Sutton.
Take it.
Anybody else want to jump
Anybody
in?
want to
I'm
challenge me?
You want to challenge?
I don't know.
I'm not challenging.
Possibly.
I'm gonna say Richie Farmer.
Eddie Sutton, Blake. With
Good
That's
job.
because he put us on probation. Then Rick Pitino came and returned us to glory.
And
Good
guys,
job,
I
Blake.
will say he did not look that up. Actually, he's
I know
he
that.
bring it up, but
he knows
did not
basketball. He
look it
knows
up.
ball. What movie immortalized Kentucky's loss to Texas Western in 1966? Who wants it?
Go ahead.
Arm
No,
wrestle.
no, you go.
Arm
no,
wrestle.
no, you got it. Go ahead. No, you got it. Go
Let's
ahead.
discuss it together.
Guys gonna hold hands too while you do it?
Give,
Thank
is
you.
this a multiple choice?
Yeah.
Go ahead, give it.
Invincible, Hoosiers, Glory Road, Hoop Dreams.
Oh, Glory Road. Yeah,
Glory
for sure.
Road.
Yeah.
You want to chime in on that, Blake?
I said C.
Does anybody here know what the not?
See, I
not
can't see that far.
Christian's
Oh,
not
my
allowed to
bad.
answer. So
I
what is
thought
the
you
movie
could.
Invincible?
Yeah.
Do any of you two basketball knowledge
Do-
people over here know?
Do what?
What's the movie Invincible?
Sure, what it means.
Invincible?
Yeah, Invincible. And no, it's not basketball.
I don't know, but
Okay.
that one's
It's a
come
football
back.
movie. You guys need to go watch it. It's a really good movie, actually. It's
Ruin the question, buddy.
about the Philadelphia Eagles.
I gotta read them off for the listeners, buddy.
It's got Mark Wahlberg in it.
The Kentucky Wildcats 1998 national
you got it.
championships earned what nickname in their last 3 games? What? Blake already answered it
Not bad.
but Justin,
I
Cody,
didn't hear him. I didn't hear him.
Okay.
Piggy, but no.
What do you think it is? It's Wild Wild West, Skin the Cats, The Invincibles, or Comeback Cats?
I guess
the
would be
Comeback Cats,
Comeback
wouldn't it?
Cats would be my
That's
guess.
correct.
That's definitely. You had the unforgettables. That was what?
Okay. Who played under Coach Rick Pitino both as a Kentucky Wildcat and Boston Celtic? Is it A. Jeff Shepard, B. Scott Padgett, C. Popeye Jones, or D. Ron Mercer?
I
Ron
don't think
Mercer.
it was Jeff Shepard because didn't he get drafted by the Blazers?
Wasn't Shep, was
It
it?
was,
Well, I mean, he could have still played.
it's Ron,
Oh,
it was Ron
it does
Mercer,
say- it didn't
wasn't
say
it?
drafted. That's right.
That would be my guess. Would be Mercer.
Mercer?
Justin.
Who
I
you
would say
got?
Ron Mercer.
You can't pick the same answer.
Okay. Well,
I'm
just
I
kidding.
was
I'm
gonna
just
say
kidding.
What do
I'm
you
just
mean?
kidding. So you said Ron
Ron
Actually, I'm gonna go
Mercer
Scott
if
Padgett. Why not?
Justin's
Scott
correct. Scott Pageant if he's wrong.
That's what I'm doing.
Ron Mercer
Get it.
played for Pitino. Yeah.
Walter McCarty.
Wow.
Remember that?
Well,
like
I
it was
think-
yesterday. Cody.
We all seen the answer.
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
was point guard, by the way.
I ain't gonna read that question. When the NCAA played Kentucky's basketball program or placed Kentucky's basketball program on probation, it was on what magazine cover?
Oh,
Was
I think
it
I know. it.
Newsweek, Time, Kentucky Living, or Sports Illustrated?
I think it was on Time.
Call a friend. Justin.
Call a friend.
I have no idea on that one.
Not a big
I'm gonna go-
magazine person.
I'm not a magazine dude.
I'm gonna go
Justin.
Time or Sports Illustrated.
Last time I was
only
at
got
your
one.
house, you had a whole stack of Vogue magazines.
Yes,
you did.
Vogue.
All right, let's see what that is. Sports Illustrated.
Oh.
Okay, we're only gonna go to 10 on this. The 1966 Kentucky Wildcats team, dubbed Rupp Runts, had no starters taller than what? Is it 6 foot, 6'5", 5'7", or 5'11"?
It's got to be 6'5".
I think it's 6 foot.
I'm going 6 foot.
I bet that's right.
6'5".
Oh, I was right.
Oh,
Let's go, Blake. Let's go.
It's got to be that.
Yeah, it's got to be. Like, if
Okay.
you don't have anybody over 6 foot, ain't no way you
I don't know if this
Well,
is
that was
updated or what,
1966.
because I don't know if
but,
this is
win.
right.
Like, Will, they were back
I don't
then.
feel like that. I don't
You
feel
still
like
had big
that.
guys.
All right, I'll read it.
I thought Davis passed.
Yeah.
Who finished his college career at Kentucky's all-time leader in block shots, 268? I'm pretty sure it's Anthony Davis, but it's not on here. But I think it is. I think
we
it's-
got read-
It's Jamal McLaughlin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't you?
That one. Sorry, shut. Oh, you did.
Which former Wildcat like got a position in the agriculture cabinet and then got arrested? Do you guys know that?
I have no idea.
Richie Farmer.
Richie Farmer.
Yes.
Oh, I wonder why.
You know what?
I think he was stealing money. I think that's just hearsay. That's just hearsay. I don't know, but look that up and
Okay. So Bush has a question.
Oh,
who
man,
would you guys? Who do you think is the better overall Wildcat? Do you think it was Lynn Bowden or Randall Cobb?
Me and Bush talked about this earlier. We had a great conversation about this.
So
We're gonna go with Justin first.
No, you're not.
okay,
All you
Blake.
gotta do is pick. You don't have to say nothing. Just pick
Yeah.
Lynn Bowden or Randall Cobb.
Cobb.
Cobb. Okay.
Blake.
I'm gonna have to go Bowden
Then-
for one reason because I
You
feel like
watched him
his
play.
teams did more. However, I still remember Randall Cobb, and I was at a game at Rupp one time, and he was there, and everybody was like, one more year, because he was like the only person we had. So I just feel like Bowden, better team, a little bit better memories.
That's not true, but we'll go ahead and go about that. I don't think he was the best player on that team, to be honest with you. The 2018 team?
No, that's not. I just said on a better team,
Oh.
like his team, better memories.
Oh,
They-
Best offensive player is
Right.
probably what he meant to say.
oh well, I wouldn't say that either.
Well, I'm just saying he was on the better team.
I would say Benny would have been that year in 18 because,
Bowden was on a better team than Randall Cobb.
well, obviously, yeah.
So I'm going to go with him because the memories
He might be
associated.
talking
with
about
those
not team though.
Obviously not that he would have been
That
because he
makes
had to
sense.
play
I think
everything.
that's what he's talking about. It's
Because
not
Terry
team.
got hurt
Not really.
and we didn't know what we were
I
doing.
mean, I can
Quarterback
see the
choked
reason.
the Florida game week 3, and then he had to play quarterback, and I think we ended up beating like Mississippi State, Louisville, Missouri, and then won the Belk Bowl against Virginia Tech that year.
That was a pretty good game.
Christian. Who you think is better?
Who do I think's better? I think Randall Cobb is better, but I think Lynn Bowden was on better teams. I think overall Randall Cobb was a better receiver, but I don't know. I mean, he was a decent quarterback. I'm not going to say he was the greatest of all time, but like he was decent when he'd get in there and play a little quarterback. And like I think overall what Cobb did was better.
Okay, I agree with you on that. I think that. What?
Just want some-
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Keep going.
I would say Cobb if we're looking at positions because they both played all like returner, quarterback, and wide receiver. I would say that Cobb was probably the better quarterback of the two, and I think he was the better receiver out of the two. Now we're talking about not onside kicks, but kickoff and punt return. I think Lynn Bowden was better. And I think, obviously, Bowden was on better teams than Cobb. But I think if you put Cobb on the teams that Bowden played, I think that team would probably been a lot better.
Yeah.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Why can't you tell me? It's about me.
No.
Okay, they do.
Oh,
They
okay.
keep secrets from me all the time.
Cody, you are bloody as all get out, bro. Blood.
He's bleeding at me.
Bleeding out up here, guys.
Sorry, I didn't mean to freak out like that.
Oh,
I love
that's okay.
you. I'll kiss you. No, I won't. It's like we'll cut that out. But moving forward, well, we're going to move into our last section of the podcast.
I got a question for Cody.
Oh, let's hear it.
Who would he have in a wrestling match, Mark Pope or Mark Stoops?
Smart soup.
That's all I wanted to know.
But as we start to wind down this episode, we're moving to our last. I guess not Blake's. Oh, you need a little more time. We're gonna go into our Bible verses. So, Justin, you want to start this one off for us?
Sure. Romans 12:2. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove that which is the good, acceptable, and perfect will. So, in other words, if you want to be changed, you have to change the way that you think. When you surrender your life to Jesus, it's very important to direct your thoughts and instead allowing so many bad things or outside circumstances to dictate the way that you think. Take authority, take control of your mind and the way that you think, and have just a strong mentality. Very important.
Solid, Justin. Solid. How about you, Blake?
Romans 12:1. So, I guess I should.
You should have went
No,
first.
I'm not joking. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and acceptable unto God, which is your reasonable service.
Good. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the
Amen.
renewing of your mind.
Amen.
Yes, so you may prove that which is the good, acceptable, and perfect will of God.
That's good. That's
Okay.
good, boys. So I got Isaiah 26:4. Trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord himself is the rock eternal. Just got to have the Lord as your rock, the foundation.
It means everything.
Yeah, when you got that firm foundation like that, when he's your rock,
Amen.
it's hard to shake. Okay, Cody.
Ecclesiastes 9. Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed. It's obviously better to have good friends that you trust in the Lord with, and that's all I'm going to say because they're laughing at me. So
No, that's good.
No,
we just like the way you
No, it's
said
okay.
Ecclesiastes.
No, I'm used to being laughed at. No, it's okay. No big deal. No, that's okay.
That was a good verse.
No, it's okay. No,
That
it's
was
no
a good
big deal.
verse.
It was
Cody.
a
You
really
did
good verse.
We've got 4 up here. So
Good job. I had to look up my own.
It's okay. No big deal.
Cody, we love you.
It's been a great podcast, though, guys.
It
Right?
has been. Cody, you're a vital part of this podcast.
We should have
I
brought.
know.
You bring
It's not
you
vital.
bring the hype. You bring
Works.
just a good energy to
Stupidity.
this.
That's what you
No,
mean.
good
It's
energy.
stupidity.
No, you bring a
He's
good.
like a comfort food. He's just
I guess that's it.
Can you go into
He's-
deeper
he's a
detail?
le-
Yeah, go into detail
He's
with that,
just-
please.
Yeah, you're just a familiar
That's
person.
that's
It's-
not good
You
enough.
walk
detail.
into a room, you see Cody, and you're like, all right, it's all right. We got Cody in here.
I mean, there's no party
Yeah,
without
you're
Cody.
just a comfort food. Like,
Yes, Bush. I did Google best Bible verses. You are.
You done? You're like,
no, I
What
was
do you-
I was trying to compliment Cody, say that he was a good person, but he don't want it, so
yeah,
I take it back.
Cody-
Well, I've
Cody's-
never heard somebody called like a good comfort food though either.
Yeah,
like,
it's kind of
like are you when you think when
when
you talk about comfort food, you talking about like pizza,
He
chocolate
may be
chip
calling me
cookies?
fat.
What you
guys.
talking about?
Whatever
He called me
he-
food,
that
so that
feel-
means he may
feels
call
good.
me fat.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just saying, when you're in the
I
presence
am
of Cody,
overweight.
it can be-
No, you're not.
You're like, hey, this is a good guy to be around. That's what I mean.
Do you remember that
I
when I called that Bell High game?
But again,
What did-
like I
who'd
said,
you
he
call
doesn't want
fat?
my compliments.
I didn't call anybody
Take
fat.
it all
They
back.
tried to turn it on me. Oh, but thank you guys for tuning in to Cats Cut Podcast. Go subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and wherever you can listen to podcasts like Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Thanks for tuning in, and go Cats!
Go Big Blue.
Go Cats.
Go Cats.
Yeah!